Hey Glossettes, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Tell me down below. As usual, in today's video, I'm going to be filming the first episode of my podcast, the GLOSSCAST, and this is basically going to be a podcast about, I don't know, like Roblox, YouTube, mainly YouTube, kind of like my experience with things, the good side, the bad side. This episode's more kind of specifically focused on my journey with YouTube and the good side of YouTube, and the next episode is actually going to be focused on the more bad side of being a YouTuber. Things like, like not being motivated, like issues with other YouTubers and stuff I haven't talked about before. So yeah, that's probably going to be an interesting one. But for the first one, it's going to be kind of like, oh, hang on, what was I going to call it? Like behind the scenes of being a YouTuber, stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about how I started my channel, kind of the initial purpose of it, and how I kind of rebranded, how my like styles changed and my videos are developed, and motivation, how I grew my channel, how I improved it, just basically a lot of random stuff like that. And I really struggle kind of like talking in my videos. Like I will talk a lot and then I'll be out of breath and I'll just breathe really loudly. So basically what I'm also trying to do is not cut this at all and kind of just work on my breathing, like not talking as fast and then needing to take big breaths, if that makes sense. This is my second time trying to film this because I will just talk so fast because I seem to get quite anxious when I'm recording. I will talk so fast and then I'll just kind of go like at the end of all my sentences, and it doesn't sound very good to listen to. So when I like do videos, obviously I edit it out, but I don't really want to edit the like sound for the podcasts. So yeah, basically trying to stay as kind of calm as possible, talk a bit slower and kind of not be so aggressively breathing all the time. But yeah, what we're going to do is we are going to start right at the start of my channel. So I'm going to start at the very beginning, back in 2019 on November the 8th. That's when I first posted like my first video. And I started off as a Bloxburg speed build channel. Obviously, I still do Bloxburg, but we're going to talk about that bit in a bit because I do kind of plan on kind of changing my content a bit. But yeah, I started off as a Bloxburg speed building channel. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically when people record themselves kind of building and then they'll do a little tour of it and then they'll speed it all up and upload it to YouTube. So it's basically like a sped up video of them building a house and then people can slow them down and copy them. So that was basically like the only kind of Bloxburg video apart from roleplays, kind of. I don't know, back in the early community, that was kind of what everyone was doing, and that's what mainly inspired me to kind of do a channel, was because I wanted to be a speed builder. So I started my channel, I called it Painty because my Roblox username at the time was PaintyNinja1013. I wasn't all pink like what you see, kind of my channel wasn't all pink, it was very kind of neutral colours, just kind of, I was copying what everyone else was doing, okay? And yeah, my first video was a speed build of this little modern house. And looking back on my old videos now, the like quality of them was so bad. But obviously that's how everyone starts out. Like you're never gonna start out and your videos are gonna be like amazing quality straight away, unless you've done like a bunch of research and already practiced a lot, I guess. But my quality was a lot worse than it is now. My first video's thumbnail doesn't even fit the thumbnail size properly because I didn't realize I had to make it like a specific size. It's not really stuff I thought about. I was 14 or 15 at the time, and I was very inexperienced with all this, so I didn't really know how to do YouTube. It was all very new to me. But yeah, so I started off as a speed build channel, and by January the 1st, I had 50 subscribers, and the only videos I'd really done is speed builds and then some Christmas ones that were kind of like more experimenting with like, not roleplay, but kind of like filming me and my friends play, if that makes sense. And so yeah, but then as I hit 2020, in the first 2 months, my channel changed a lot very quickly. I rebranded to be called Glossie instead of Painty because I felt like it fit me more. I've always loved pink and I really like makeup and lip gloss, and I was really into art, hence why I was called Painty Ninja, because it's paint. A lot of people thought I was a boy from that username, and I felt like Painty didn't really fit the vibe I was going for because I wasn't really like an arty channel, if that makes sense. And yeah, I like Glossy a lot better, and Glossy is actually obviously the word glossy with a Y combined with my real name Ellie. So I got that from lip gloss because that was my favourite makeup product at the time, and it still is. I love lip gloss. And yeah, I kind of just combined the two words, and within February I also started wearing like the pink hair and stuff. I started kind of fitting my personality a lot more. I feel like around the time lockdown hit, because, okay, how can I say this? I don't want to go into detail, too off topic. But yeah, when I was in school, when I was younger, I felt the need to kind of be like everyone else. And even that translated into Roblox. So my Roblox avatars would be really realistic. They'd have like brown hair like me in real life and very neutral clothes. And I didn't really do all this pink stuff because, yeah, but when lockdown started to hit and I wasn't at school, I kind of found my personality a lot more. And the pink I love. I feel like it's really cute, and I really like having these cute avatars instead of my old boring ones. I do still wear some more like realistic ones sometimes, like with my brown hair like I have in real life, but for the most part I feel like there's a lot more personality in my stuff now than when I started, and obviously that's expected because I was like brand new to YouTube. And yeah, so 2020 was obviously when lockdown was, and that gave me a lot of time to make a lot of videos. And I feel like 2020 was like not the best year for growing my channel, because obviously 2022 I like doubled my subscribers in like a month or two. I went from 10,000 to 20,000, but 2020 feels like the very base of my channel. I ended the year with 2,000 subscribers, and my videos changed a lot in that time. As I said, I started off as a speed build channel, but I quickly got bored with those type of videos. I didn't like doing them. I felt they were very tedious, and I wanted to do something more fun. I started experimenting with like kind of movie things. I did this thing called Melon's Closest, which I never finished, but it was like a murder mystery story on Bloxburg. So I wanted to have a lot more fun with my videos and be a lot more creative instead of the speed builds, because I hated filming them. I didn't know what else to do, until a very popular YouTuber kind of appeared in 2020 called Annex, and he started doing a different style of YouTube videos from speed builds, and it was kind of like a lot of people, including him, he kind of started it, in my opinion. It was like the voiceover builds, so instead of speed builds, you were kind of building in live time while you're talking over it and doing stuff, and it was a lot more kind of interactive and fun, and I wanted to do those videos so badly. So hang on, I need to drink some water. But when I hit 300 subscribers, I did a voice reveal, because I was like, okay, if I'm going to do these style of videos, obviously I need to start using my voice. And my voice reveal, I was so nervous. I had to edit out so much of my stutterings and stuff, because obviously I'd never done this before. And it was very kind of nerve-wracking for me. My voice was very monotone. I wasn't really good at kind of like being entertaining, I guess. You can go and watch the video because it's still up. But I was incredibly nervous. By the way, if I ever mention videos like in my videos or podcasts, I will link all the videos below in case you want to go and see what I'm on about. But yeah, I was so nervous, and my voiceovers used to be really bad. Well, obviously I was brand new to this, so it's not like they were bad, but they've changed a lot. Like my voiceovers now compared to then are a lot more stronger and kind of entertaining. But yeah, I started doing voice-over videos a lot more in 2020, and I really enjoyed it. I like doing the kind of more fun videos. I also kind of did a lot more pink as I went on, more pink, more fun builds, kind of more not kind of like the same as everyone else's stuff. More fun videos with my sister. I used to experiment more with my thumbnails. Like my thumbnails changed a lot. I went from not even being able to kind of match the thumbnail size and drawing my text on them to like doing proper thumbnails with like GFX and everything. 2020 I grew so much very quickly in terms of like how good I was at YouTube. I improved a lot. I kind of learned a lot. I was like making my own intros and they were a lot better. I was figuring out what was best for me to edit with. I've always used iMovie, but I just got a lot kind of more confident in my editing and kind of learn how to edit properly, I guess. Make my videos more entertaining, and yeah, I loved it. I grew a big community in 2020. I played with other YouTubers. I met a lot of friends in that year, and it was kind of like a big deal for me, I guess. 2020 is such a kind of special year for me because it feels like where it all started, and it was such a fun year. Let me just read my list of questions. I don't know how to continue this on. And yeah, the more I grew, the more I was motivated to post, because like obviously it's so exciting being a YouTuber. Like the more you're growing, the more exciting it is. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm growing, I have to keep going. Like it's fun. And of course, the more I went on, I've talked about this in my Q&A video. I just like kind of was told by you guys that my videos meant a lot for you and it helped you cope with stuff, and people genuinely like cared about my channel a lot. When I started figuring that out, it was like, oh my gosh, okay, I want to keep going, not only just for me because I love it, but for the viewers, because people seem to actually enjoy this. And it was really strange for me to work out the fact that people actually like my videos, because I feel like if you do it yourself, you don't think it's as good as other people's stuff, even though it's really good. You kind of can't see that yourself. So it was very unexpected to have people actually enjoy my videos. This is such a hard thing to know what like to say. I feel like this might be the most boring podcast episode because I'm just gonna talk about like growing my channel and stuff that I did. I feel like next episode's gonna be better, but yeah, I had a lot of more like new experiences when I was growing and being a YouTuber. I met more YouTubers, I became friends with YouTubers, and it was great to, I feel like I had like a little support system, I guess, a little community. People that I was fans of started to notice me, and that was such a big deal for me considering I've been in this community for like years, and finally the people that I was massive fans of were kind of like knowing who I was. That's crazy to me. Like when you start being recognized by people, it's so mental. Like building up a community feels so special and it's so great. Like I can't even explain it. How I grew my channel though, let me talk a bit about that. So the main tips I kind of have and kind of what worked to me is obviously when you meet YouTubers, you can kind of collab with each other, I guess, give each other shout outs, help each other out. If you're active in their community, people are going to start recognizing you and that will lead to them going to your channel. Posting consistently, as I said, it was like lockdown 2020, so I had so much time to make videos, and I basically spent every day playing Bloxburg with my friends and recording stuff. Like, I don't know, it was just like the more I posted, obviously the more you'll grow. Like it kind of just, you have to keep going. You can't post a few videos and then stop and then post like a few months later. You need to be consistent with it. And obviously 2020, I had a lot of time, so I was very consistent with my uploads. And the more my thumbnails improved, as I said, the more I got views. Because better thumbnails, obviously more people are clicking on my videos and stuff like that. But yeah, so the more I just developed my channel naturally, the more it kind of worked. I just got better, and obviously when things look better, people are going to be more interested. I never really experimented that much with like different Roblox games. I do like one-off videos on stuff like murder mystery, or I did one on, what's it called, Ragdoll. Like I did this video where I recreated Roblox TikToks, and that was in Ragdoll. Just stuff like that. I experimented a few times, but obviously Bloxburg was where it was mainly at. So the more kind of creative ideas I came up with, the more unique it was. That's when I started to get like more views. I did Minecraft streams as well. So sometimes I did other things, but mainly it was Bloxburg, and just the experience of YouTube is so good. Like making friends and stuff is so fun. But obviously growing a community was great. And then it hit 2021. And that's kind of where it all went wrong for a while. At the end of 2020, like December time, I kind of had things to deal with in real life. I wasn't really in a good state to do YouTube. I didn't want to do videos while I wasn't kind of in the headspace of like, okay, this is really fun. I felt like I needed a break from it, not because I didn't enjoy doing it, just because I wanted to make videos where I was at the stage where I was like, okay, I can put my all into this. And I wasn't there. I kind of spent a lot of time on like an alt account on Roblox, so none of my kind of YouTube friends and fans were like playing with me, and I play more with my in real life friends for a while. I focused very much on other stuff for like 9 months. I think I only posted maybe 4 or 5 videos between 2021 January to October. So I didn't really do much, but then I made quite a big return in December of 2021. So yeah, I was on around 2,000 subscribers because I hadn't grown like through that year at all. I took a massive break, my channel was completely dead. And then I returned in December of 2021 by doing a bunch of Christmas videos. And I made a TikTok account, which was basically made, a lot of you know me from TikTok, it was basically just made to promote my YouTube. It kind of worked, it kind of also didn't, because I started being known as a TikToker, which is not what I wanted. Within the first week, I got like 15,000 TikTok followers, which was a lot more than my channel. It was insane. Like, I love you all, don't get me wrong. I can't thank you all enough for like the TikTok stuff. It was mental. I think I'm on like 29,000 now. I don't really use it anymore because I don't like being known as a TikToker. It was just meant to promote my YouTube, but instead I grew quite a big platform on there. But yeah, I kind of returned in December. My channel became active with all the Christmas videos on Bloxburg that did quite well. I think I ended the year with about 4,000 subscribers, and obviously I had this big TikTok account now, and through TikTok I made so many friends on like Bloxburg. So yeah, I ended 2021 really well after a year of basically doing nothing at all, and it was insane. So 2022 was obviously last year. I'd entered the year with loads of more active followers and subscribers, and I was like, okay, this year I'm just going to get my channel as big as possible and as active and try and get back into like a schedule of doing videos, which I have never successfully done. Still to this day, I'm so bad at keeping schedules. I'm like, okay, I'm going to post every Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I never do it. I'm getting quite good at tutorial Tuesdays. If you don't know what that is, every Tuesday I post a bloxburg tutorial, and I've done like 5 now, and I'm so impressed with how consistent it stayed. But yeah, I ended 2022 strong. You know, we had a lot more active people on the channel. I was kind of changing my content. My content was getting better. My voiceovers were getting better. Yeah, it was growing quite a lot, and I did so many good videos. I feel like at the start of 22, I started off so strong. I did the tour bus one, the cat picks my bloxburg build. I did the influencer build off series. Like, it was going really well for me. I kind of kept that up as much as possible. Stopped doing the TikTok though. And then at kind of end of 2021 December, like I said, in the start of 2022, I did have some problems with some other YouTubers that kind of really demotivated me, but we'll talk about that in the next episode, in the bad side of YouTube. But apart from that, I made so many good friends and I was enjoying it so much. Oh no, I've just remembered a big thing that happened. I can talk about this though. So basically, I hit 6,000 subscribers on April the 1st. And on April the 1st, I also got my most viewed video ever. I got over 60,000 views in like the same day on that one video, and it was about the bloxburg April Fool's update. But the next day, I got locked out my YouTube account, and it's because basically I went to reset my password, it logged me out, like as it usually does. I went to go back into it, and I realized I needed my phone number to verify it, but my phone number had recently been changed, so I didn't have access to the number anymore, so I couldn't get in my account for 3 weeks. There was like nothing I could do. You couldn't email them. It was so difficult. We tried so much, and the only thing that managed to get me back in was... you guys have probably heard of him. I have a bloxburg friend YouTuber called Siblex. He's got a channel. He basically talked to YouTube for me, because basically when you're a YouTube partner, which I am, but obviously I was logged out of the account, you have a button in YouTube Studio which basically gives you like an instant connection with someone that works at YouTube. Like, you get put in a chat instantly. So obviously you have direct support, but because I was logged out of the account, I couldn't contact them through that because I wasn't in the account. So Siplex did it for me, and after like a back and forth in emails for weeks, they finally helped me get back in. But that was the worst 3 weeks of my life. Like, I cried so much. My channel meant everything to me, and it still does, obviously. But that was so scary. I thought I was never going to get back in. So yeah, we had a bit of a setback for those 3 weeks. But then I was back and it was fine. I kept going. I kept posting. I didn't post a lot in the summer because I also talked about this in a video. Basically, last year, my nan got sick in June, July, and she passed away sadly in August. So I had quite a kind of obviously busy summer. It was very emotional. I didn't do a ton of videos, but yeah. So I kind of left it for a bit, and then consistently throughout the year, I'd kind of take small breaks and then I'd be back. I did quite a lot of Halloween videos. And by the time it was October, I was on 10,000 subscribers. A few of my videos, like the tour bus one, had suddenly done really well. And yeah, so if you leave videos for a while, if they don't do well, like right at the start, that's completely okay. A lot of them don't. It's kind of like you leave them for a few weeks and a few months, just whatever time, and they might suddenly pick up, which is what a lot of mine did. So I started October with 10,000 subscribers. Did some Halloween videos, then I think I took kind of a break in November because I had Christmas content to make. And I spent November preparing for December because December was going to be my month. I was so determined. Christmas content is my favorite content to make. It does so well as well. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I did the elf hunt every day. I did a bunch of Christmas videos. I did my Christmas special. But yeah, I did a bunch of stuff like this and it went really well. I doubled my subscribers in December. I went from 10,000 to 20,000. It was insane. There's so many of you guys are from the Christmas videos. I love you all so much. Christmas was so good. And I also had a few videos that went like really well in October, November, December, kind of that span. I had 3 videos reach over 100,000 views, which I'd never done before. It was insane to me. And also a video I'd made like I think earlier in the year or in the summer, It was the conspiracy theories of Bloxburg video. I tried so hard on that, right? I spent ages on that video and it didn't do very well. It didn't hit 1,000 views. Like, it did really poorly for my channel for months. And at the end of the year, it suddenly blew up and it got over 100,000 views. I think it has like 150,000 now. So that kind of really meant a lot for me, because obviously I had spent so much time on that video and I was really happy with that. So yeah, I ended 2022 a few months ago like on such a strong point. It was so good. And I had changed a lot through then, as I said, like from the 2021. My thumbnails had changed again in 2023. I just keep finding things that work more to kind of make them look cleaner and more professional. Same with my videos, same with my intros. I started doing a lot more animation. If you've seen my intros, which you probably have, a lot of them are animated, and I actually do that myself. Like, I draw all the frames and put them together. I don't animate it on proper apps. And yeah, I just practiced everything. I practiced my channel art, my intros, my voiceovers. And I think it's done well. I mean, there's a lot more of you now, so I'm assuming it's done well. And yeah, growing my channel, I just took part in other things with other YouTubers. I kind of got my name out there a lot more. I met so many nice people and YouTubers in 2022. Like, it was such a fun year. TikTok helped me grow, of course, and my videos doing well helped me grow, and I was so happy with how last year went, so I want to thank you all so much for that, because it was really fun. Some of the best experiences was probably like one of my friends, Heather, Bloxburg Finest. She did like a Squid Games thing, and that was so fun. I loved my Influencer Build-Off series. Sadly, season 2 of that had to be cancelled though. I got to take part in a Panda Girl video. I got to take part in, what else did I do? I'm trying to think, because I know I took part in like a few of the YouTubers' videos, and that was really fun. Oh, my Christmas special, I actually had YouTubers help me with that. I had the Panda Girl, Ibella, True Reese's, Feeberry, Faulty, Starry. There's one more. I swear there's one more and I've forgotten, and if that's you, I am so sorry. But yeah, a lot of people that I'd kind of watched before, like I was working with them, which is super fun. Like, they're all super nice. All the TikTokers were great from the Influencer Build-Off. That was like Ewan Builds, Heather, Heart Holly, Bloxy Mimi. There's loads of them. I'm sorry if I haven't read your name out, but I just know there was such a long list from the Influencer Build-Off. But that was such a fun experience, and they were all so lovely, and I got to know them a lot better through that, because I didn't know most of them. Basically what I did was, obviously I had the TikTok account that blew up. I posted a video asking like who people would want to see on that kind of thing, and they all commented users, and then I basically went through and saw which ones already followed me, because I was too scared to reach out to people if they didn't know who I was already. I was kind of nervous, and I'd follow them back and then I asked them. So I made a lot of friends with that series. It was great. What other things happened in 2022 that was big? One really important thing for me is basically in 2020, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I made a cake. And then in 2022, I hit 10,000 subscribers, literally exactly 2 years from 1,000, just kind of like in the same month. So I made a cake for that as well. And it was really nice to be able to kind of do what I did back at 1,000 subscribers. It was just, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. I don't know what else to say in this, to be honest, because I'm just kind of going off about some random stuff, and I know people kind of enjoy when I do that, but I feel like I should answer some proper questions. But I've kind of answered everything on my list about like growing and how I blew up and like how my channels went. I don't know. I'll talk about what I want for the future of the channel actually. So what I'm trying to do this year is I'm trying to post a lot more. I do want to do live streams, and I did say this in the stream, but I actually really struggle to do live streams. A lot of you don't know this. You will know this if you've watched like every single video of mine. I've mentioned it like twice, so maybe you've known this, I don't know. I'm actually autistic and I have quite bad anxiety, and for live streams, obviously I get quite a lot of views on my live streams, because obviously 20,000 subscribers is a big deal for me. That's a lot of people. So my live streams will get like kind of at most 140 views, and it kind of sticks around like 70 to 100, which means people are chatting a lot and the chat goes very fast, and I try and respond to everyone. I always do. So I will be doing whatever I'm doing on stream, trying to keep talking while also reading every single chat like at best, and then responding to each one. and I end up talking really quickly. I kind of said it at the start, like when I film my videos, obviously I talk really quickly and you can just hear me breathing really loudly afterwards because I'm like, okay, I need to chill out. I'm doing it right now, to be honest. I need to chill out. Yeah, I really struggle. I get really anxious and my breathing gets quicker like that, but it's even worse in live streams. Like live streams, yeah, I really struggle to do them. Every single time I've done a live stream, I've ended it and I've been so overwhelmed by it. I really don't enjoy live streaming as much as I do at the same time because it's fun to kind of hang out with you all. I really struggle to do it. I really struggle with kind of like the talking and keeping up with it all aspect. It goes very quickly. So yeah, every single time I end it, I end up very overwhelmed. So I'm trying to kind of figure out a way to stream without ending like that because I really enjoy doing it, but at the same time, I can't be streaming if that's how it makes me feel, if that makes sense. So yeah, currently working out a way to stream more without feeling like that. In terms of content, I talked about this a bit in the Q&A. I want to branch out with more content. I'm always going to be a bloxburg channel, but I would like to do more videos on other Roblox games. I'd like to do a Minecraft series at some point. In terms of bloxburg videos, a lot of you want roleplay, and I never ever ever will be a proper roleplay channel. I'll never do that thing where you casually just record yourself playing like mums and dads and babies in bloxburg. I don't do that. I don't enjoy that. I do things like movies and TV shows like in bloxburg, very scripted things that could be seen as roleplay, but it's not really proper roleplay, if you get what I mean. But I understand a lot of you enjoy that, so I've been brainstorming ways to start doing some sort of roleplay without it ending like that. I will spoil my series actually, so let me read. I've got it right here. I've got my YouTube book. My roleplay series is going to be very kind of like glossy living orientated, I guess. So what I have like planned is, I'm not going to spoil all of it, but the first bit is going to be me moving into an apartment and decorating it. So kind of like a little moving diaries thing, because I think that's cute. That's going to be the first bit of the roleplay series, and then I have, yeah, stuff like that. I'm not going to spoil all of it, but I do have a roleplay series coming. It's not going to be a proper one like you kind of see like Feeberry do or Peachy Lexi, who I actually worked on a video with. She's really nice, by the way. She came to my cat cafe with her roleplay family, and that was such a fun video. I will link that down below. It was her video, by the way, not mine. But yeah, I'll never do roleplay like that, I don't think. No, I know I won't. But yeah, I'll never do roleplay like that. If I ever had like a bloxburg family, it would be very scripted, like the TV show thing. But the roleplay series I'm planning is going to be very casual, so I will be filming myself doing it, but I'm trying to make it kind of scripted and creative. And I don't know, I don't want to spoil too much of it yet. I haven't planned it all out. But for those who like roleplay, there is stuff coming. Other videos, I want to do a lot more building ones, like big projects, kind of the voiceover buildings that I normally do. I have a lot of good ones planned for Easter, which I'm quite excited for. I hope that goes well. I want to do more events in game. I want to release real life merch this year if possible, and I'm also going to be releasing a lot more Roblox merch. So yeah, I want to do so much this year. I'm probably going to not be able to do all of it, but I do have great plans, so let's see how much I actually get around to. In real life merch is something I've been wanting to do for years, but every time I kind of have the plans for it, something happens in real life, which means I can't do it. So hopefully it'll be fine this year. It's something I've wanted to do for ages. I do actually have my own glossy hoodie in real life. It's not for sale. I got it made like in 2020, but that's cool. What else could I talk about? So far this year's been great though. I've done Valentine's videos. Actually no, it's sort of been half good, half bad. So after Christmas, as I said, I doubled my subscribers in Christmas. I got a ton of views. It was going great. As soon as January hit, and I know it's not just me, I know basically every YouTuber said this, subscribers dropped. I lost 300 subscribers, views dropped, analytics were all over the place, even though my views were still quite good for the most part. Things like subscribers just wouldn't correlate with them. It didn't match. The whole of YouTube has been so weird. No one's been doing as well as they were. And I know it's always going to be like that when the Christmas holidays end, but it's normally never this bad. Like, something is going on with YouTube, and loads of YouTubers have said it as well. It's really strange. Like, everything kind of crashed for a bit, and it's kind of been a bit weird. It's kind of getting better now, but January and February was so strange. But apart from that, I've been doing quite well. My videos this year I think are great. Obviously, we've introduced Tutorial Tuesdays. I've been in Peachy Lexi's videos. I've been in one of Faulty's videos. Like, it's kind of, I've been doing a lot more stuff with other YouTubers, and I do have a series planned that's going to have other YouTubers in it, which is meant to come quite soon if I get around to filming it. Yeah, so this year, so far, we've started off strong, and I have a lot more planned. I also hit 21,000 subscribers again. Basically, that's how many I ended last year on. Then I lost 300 and I went back under 20,000, but now we're back up there. So we're back to where we started at the start of like this year, I guess. I'd also really like to do, I planned this back in 2020, but obviously the past 2 years have been quite crazy for me. I'd like to do a series where I teach you guys how to be YouTubers. But I can't promise I'll get around to that because I don't know, it's just going to be a lot of work, but that's something I'd like to do. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, and I also don't know how long this podcast is. I feel like it's probably around half an hour, which I'm guessing is a good amount to end it at. And I just want to say, obviously this is my first podcast, so if you have any tips on things you want me to speak about, or things I need to change, or like the way I'm talking needs to change, basically just give me tips. Even if they're really harsh, just go for it, honestly. I need to drink some water, hang on. Because this is my first podcast. I've never done this before. I know I kind of ramble on about stuff, and yeah, just basically tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you don't want to hear. Give me tips. Be harsh about it if you want to be. I just want to make sure this is actually entertaining for people and that I'm doing what they want me to do. I know a lot of people have wanted me to do a podcast because I've done videos like this before where I just talk and people have enjoyed them, but I still want to make sure I'm getting it right. And I'm not just rambling on about stuff people don't really want to hear about. Like, for example, if there's something you're interested in and I start talking about it, but then I get distracted, obviously you're not going to hear about it because I probably will forget what I was talking about. So I'm sorry if this video has been a bit random, but I just wanted to come on for the first one and talk about all things to do with YouTube, behind the scenes of being a YouTuber a bit. It wasn't very much behind the scenes because I didn't know what to say about behind the scenes stuff. And then the next one will be about the bad side of YouTube, and I will give you a little spoiler for this. Let me get my paper here. So it's basically gonna talk about like motivation, what happens when you're not motivated, haters on my channel, like taking breaks from YouTube and the effect it has, and a big part of it is also going to be about other YouTubers and the experiences I've had. I'm not going to name their names because I don't want to call people out, obviously, but situations I had last year, and there's one in particular that went on for about 9 months, and I wanted to talk about it for a while, and I kept it secret for a while, but now I really like to talk about it because it impacted me a lot, and it impacted my channel a lot. So yeah, we're going to go into stuff about other YouTubers and copiers and yeah, problems I've had behind the scenes that no one knows about because, okay, I don't like drama, I don't like gossip, I never liked it in school, it's something I'm pretty much completely against. I don't like being unkind to people, so when stuff happens with other YouTubers or people, I keep it very private. I don't think anyone deserves to be called out. Especially when the Roblox community is obviously quite young. I'm 18, so I'm getting on a bit now, and I never want to call people out. I never want people to have hate directed to them, even if they're in the wrong. I just don't think it's fair over stuff like that. I don't think that's how you deal with things in arguments and stuff. I don't think being horrible at someone's gonna solve the problem. And yeah, I don't want to be a channel that's covered in drama. So yeah, I never talked about a lot of things, but I'm going to be open about some of them. I'm not going to tell you guys completely everything. I'm not going to tell people's names and stuff because I don't think that would be very fair. But I will talk about it because it's something I wanted to get off my chest for a while. And I think it's good to include because the bad side of YouTube, I want to be completely open about everything. But yeah, that's it for today's podcast episode. As I said, basically just tell me if you enjoyed it or not down below. Go into as much detail as you want, like advice, I don't know. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. I don't know when it's going to be out, but hopefully I can get one out at least every 2 weeks, maybe every week. And I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much, Glossettes. And before I go, I just want to say thank you for everything as well. The last few years has been mental, and I love every single one of you. So yeah, I will see you in the next podcast. Bye.